What up, and welcome to another episode of Creeps of the Crypt. I'm your host, John, along with my co-host,
Brother Alan. What's up, guys?
That's right. I think I should say the intro differently next time because I noticed it say, I'm your host, John, along with my co-host. I would say, I don't know. I'm here, or something. I don't know. I was like, I don't think that's the correct way to open the podcast. But anyway... Yeah, so we're here on a very special episode of Creeps of the Crypt. Actually, it's not very special at all. Instead of jumping into season 3, like we should, we decided to do our top 5 favorite episodes of this season. So this episode is going to be probably, I don't know how long it's going to be. We're just going to talk about our favorite episodes of this season. So, we finished it. So, whatever. I was thinking about doing top 10, but then I'm like, that'll be too long. But though I did write down, I ended up getting 10 because I was like, looking at him going, I like this one, this one.
It was hard to decide because the season especially has had a lot of great episodes, so it was hard putting a top 5, let alone a top 10. But I guess we could bring up some honorable mentions later. I have to come up with one because I didn't really go beyond 5.
I put down honorable mentions, 5 more. So, but yes, I have my top 5. So let's see. Do you want to start it off going with what your number 5 is? And we'll do it like this because we didn't really talk about how we were going to set this up. So I guess you do your number 5 and I'll do my number 5. We'll go back and forth like that, and then we could argue and debate, and see. So
that works.
So go ahead. Kick it off, buddy.
This is kind of like our bonus podcast here before we jump into season 3. So I'm gonna say I had a hard time putting together the list as I mentioned, but number 5 for me, I gotta go with Fitting Punishment. Is that mortician episode that kept chopping people up to fit in those Vietnamese caskets. I know spoilers, but we had a couple episodes already discussing this season, so I'm not going to include the spoiler warnings on this one.
Yeah, no, that's interesting considering how we're going to do this, because going back and forth like this, you're going to have something on a number, and I might have that episode like further down on my list, or higher up, I guess. So, so I guess we could just talk about that episode. Yes, I like that episode very much. But yeah, what do you like so much about that episode? What why is that number 5? Why is it not your top 5? Out of all the episodes, considering there's a bunch. How many episodes of this season? 18.
18.
Yeah,
18 episodes. Yeah.
So why is this one?
Oh yeah, something about the story of it always kind of caught my attention, and just the idea of someone that does one of those basic needs in life. You don't ever want to go through with having to bury your loved ones or have them if you're into getting them all prepared to have an open casket. It's the idea of it was really fascinating to me, that this guy that we follow in this episode was just a stickler. Like, this guy was not putting any effort into the job that people entrusted him with, and then just cheaping out on the stuff and just not doing everything right. So I like that aspect of it, and just kind of how more fucked up you start.
He's just
seeing him.
They just made him like a piece of shit, and they didn't go too deep into it, but they make you do not like him very quickly, and they pulled it off, because that's one of the main things. There are people like that out there. I saw there's a documentary on Netflix about this Mexican boy. I don't know if you've ever seen this. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life, and it's a documentary. It's true. This really happened. He had like 3 other siblings, and his mother would beat him. Her boyfriend would beat the boy. They kept him in like a cabinet, and they locked the cabinet, right? And they would make him eat food, and then they found out when they did the autopsy that they were giving him food with kitty litter inside of the food. They would have the brother and sister beat up the kid. They choked the kid out, and not only did the parents failed them, social services in California failed him, because they would show up to the house with police. Sometimes the police failed this kid, and every different level, this kid, people would reach out and see things on the kid, and when they would go. They would just take the mother's word for it, and then the kid would just get beat up worse. I was so disgusted with that documentary that I looked to see what happened to her after they arrested her and him. I don't remember. I believe I heard from the prisoners that one of the guards made it her mission the day she got there to tell them why she was there. And you're not supposed to do that, obviously. And they beat the shit out of the mother. They beat her so bad that they had to put the mother in solitary confinement. But what I heard that they were planning to kill her next, that they were going to kill her while she was in jail. So I don't know about the father. I think the stepfather, they did kill him because I think his father was in jail and he had no idea they were doing this to his son. So I think the stepfather that was beating the kid, I think they did kill him. But I forgot the documentary. It's terrible. But that's kind of like when people see like something like this, they go, oh, no family. I know somebody that's family member did things not this terrible either, but like they're cruel. And you go, how could you be so? I could never do that to my nephews. I would never in my life. You know what I mean? Like this, there's people that do that. They don't give a shit that you're family or anything. I don't know. I guess most people, they like the special effects at the end. You know, when he comes back almost like a zombie or a ghost in between, right? And they like that scene with the sneakers going down the stairs. That was fucking cool. And he gets his revenge. And that's the great part too. You know, that's always with the Tales from the Crypt, is the revenge aspect of it, or the ending, the twist ending. Those are the best parts. It's a well-directed, well-filmed, small little budget probably because they don't go anywhere. It was a very good episode. I highly enjoyed this episode too. But yeah, this one's also on my list. But my number 5 is actually Dead Right. The first episode of this season, starring Jeffrey Tambor and Demi Moore. Directed by.
Man, I'm surprised. Surprised he had it at 5. I thought it'd be a little bit up there.
Yeah, but there's so many episodes that are good this season, and I was like, shit.
Yeah, it's hard to pick. Yeah. Really, any other given day, it'd be a whole different list every time.
Yeah.
That's how great season 2 is.
Yeah, season 2 is good. There's one that I was like, shit, I want to put this in. The, I'm like, damn, I don't know. Like, I was like, oh, like this is the strongest I think season besides season 1. I mean, this is stronger than season 1 because season 1's shorter. But yeah,
it's shorter and yeah, doesn't have as much episodes, and there's a variety there for sure.
Let me actually look at my list one more time for a second. Okay, yeah. See, yes, it's very hard because I even have a favorite episode that's not even on this list on my top 5. So like, and I still I love that episode, and it's still not, so. You know, yes, Dead Right could any other day it'd be higher. It would be because I love this episode.
It really just depends. It just depends on the mood, man. Like, I think everybody listening in would feel that same way. It's hard to pick up top 5 because the top 5, at least how I'm making the list up, is just more the episodes I enjoyed the most and rewatched a lot. So it might be different for everybody else. I mean, but I think no, Dead Right still definitely deserves to be top 5.
Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, it's number 5. I love it. I think it's a great way to start the season. Like this, and she's an unlikable character. She's beautiful, but she's unlikable. She's looking for, like, I guess, the easy way, right? Easy money to come. She don't want to work. She want to find a rich man, you know, and she takes advantage of any opportunity she can. With like her job, leaving early and taking like an hour off to go to fucking do a fortune teller thing, and then the fortune teller says, "Oh, you're gonna lose your job today because your boss is gonna fire you." She goes, "This bitch doesn't know anything. My boss is not even working," you know. And then she goes there, the boss is there. He's like, "Oh, you're fired," right? So and then she's like, "Oh my god, this woman does know her stuff." So that was good.
It was cool to see that they didn't just use the stereotype of the psychic just being wrong just for the sake of it. I think it was cool seeing some of the events unfold. It's like with anything. She does tell you the future, but in a very, very generalized way. So it could kind of be almost like how the genies would try to trick you with your wishes. So it's going to be like partially true, but not exactly how you wanted it. So it was cool seeing that and how they presented the build up to all that, the fortunes that she was predicting, and Yeah, Jeffrey Tambor, man, they both had a really good chemistry, even though they this one of them despised the other. It was cool to see those two actors, him and Demi, work together. I don't know if they've ever done anything else together, but I think that episode really stood out because of the chemistry or just the performances from both of them.
You know,
Really, what made it.
I remember Demi Moore. I don't know. Maybe my mom had short hair like Demi Moore, but like I thought she was the most beautiful woman in all of Hollywood, and maybe because of Ghosts, which is a great movie.
Yeah, I mean, she
She's
was hot
beautiful.
back then.
Yeah, and then I remember Striptease came out, and I wanted to see it so bad, and I couldn't enjoy it because when I got it, I heard that it wasn't her body, that it was like they put her face over somebody else's body.
Oh, stunt double, huh?
Supposedly.
Yeah, that happens a
So
lot,
I don't
yeah.
know,
It's hard
but
to
she's
tell.
fully naked in like a full scene where like Burt Reynolds, like two scenes is she's completely topless. So I don't know if it's really her or not. Besides the fact the movie sucked, it was like Showgirls. It was just a reason for her to get naked. I'm like, I don't know. I think maybe
Oh
she.
yeah, showgirls and striptease are kind of all the sound of similar reasons.
I think she did it because she just got divorced or something. I don't know. I don't know why she did the movie. I gotta look into that. But yeah, so she's great in this. She plays a great person that's doing it. Just she's such a low life. Basically, she's a low life in a different way, and she does it in such a like. I love her little quips every time he says something.
I like the one line she had where Charlie came up to her and he kept kind of putting that riz on, as the kids say, rizzing her up, and what is he goes like, dang, now I'm forgetting. She says something about comparing him to Hitler.
Yeah, she goes. He says, "I'm a little something," and she goes, "Yeah." And
Oh, yeah.
Hitler was a little anti-Semitic.
Yeah, that was some good lines, good zingers right there. In this one.
Yeah, she's just beautiful in this. It's like I love this the whole scene where she's talking to her friend, and she's like, "No, this guy's so big, you know, he have to get hit." The girl says, like, "Hit by a car, like maybe he dies like that." And then she goes, "No, it has." And she goes, "I think the she says he's gonna have a violent death." The psychic said, right? So she's like, "No, he's got to be a big truck, or he's got to choke on food." Like, and then he's just amazing in the suit. He takes full advantage of being in the makeup, which is great. It's like he becomes the other person, kind of like Colin Farrell in The Batman, where you can't even tell that's Colin Farrell, right? So like they just become this other person, and I think he did such a great job that she couldn't even. There's two scenes where you could tell she's like, it's just fun for her playing off of this guy in this suit. And it's just like, because it's so gross and funny because she knows it's not him, but I don't know. It looks like she's having a good time. And
I could kind of tell rewatching it from like the 10th time. Actually, today I watched it again, and it reminded me of the scene that we talked about too. We mentioned on the podcast. You could tell the scene where Charlie goes in to kiss her for the after their date.
Mm-hmm.
You can see her almost see her holding back a laugh.
Yeah.
So that sounded like it seemed like they're probably having a good time with that episode.
Yeah.
And then after, you see her throw up from the kiss because she's just repulsed by this guy.
And
I really like how they wrote her character too, because I feel like a lot of modern writing these days would kind of make her a little bit more sympathetic. There was not really much to sympathize with her about. I mean, I'm sure maybe she could have been a good person, but we're only getting a glimpse of the story and the intent of the story. And she's the type of person that, just doesn't want to work hard for her money, so she's just using other people to get ahead. So that was great that they never really strayed away from that.
Yeah. No, it's a great episode. That's why it's my number 5. And the ending, too, how she wins the lottery and then he fucking kills her. Like, because she goes, "You this fat, disgusting." She just goes off on him. And she's like, "I'm leaving. Take a bath once in a while. Eat a salad." Like, she's just going off. And then he's he just flips. And he's like, "If I can't have you, nobody can." And then he just kills her. And I was just like, oh,
Gets to enjoy the biggest last meal ever and get electrocuted.
I can't imagine the scenes like them filming together when he has to eat all that food and shove it in his mouth, and her just standing there like looking like this had to be like I wish I could ask Leah Thompson's husband, Howard Deutsch, how much fun it was, how much fun they had making this up. Maybe one day we'll speak to Demi Moore herself. I would love to talk to her. She's gorgeous. Or Jeffrey Tambor, even though, I hear things about him that are not so great, but then I hear some things that are, so I don't want to go off of other people's, like what they say, because they're going, oh, come on. If somebody has a bad day, they have a bad day. You can't judge the whole person by that bad day. So, but I don't know. And I never heard anything about him before. So, but yeah. Actually, the scene I was referring to with the kiss, there is the one with he kisses her, she rushes inside, right? And she's going to laugh. But there's another scene in the bed, I remember, that he's like playing with her bra or something. And she's like, I think that was the one I was like, oh my God, she's going to laugh here too. But yeah. Fucking great episode. Takes place in the 50s, and I love it. It was just the best way to start off the ending. Like, yeah, he does die violently. She's always right, the psychic. And the ending was fucking great. That he kills her, he inherits the money, and then he dies. Like, what? She died first. So, he really inherited the money. Like, he really inherited a large amount of money. But no, you could have gotten it by yourself. But at the same time, if she wasn't with him, she wouldn't have been there doing her laundry, I guess, or whatever shopping, whatever it was, grocery store, whatever. So she had to marry him in order to get that. Maybe she just should have left when he wasn't home. But I don't know. But it was a great episode. Fantastic.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, she shouldn't have just made it obvious and just dipped out.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
What's your number 4?
Oh, number 4. Yeah, I thought I would rank this a bit higher because I did enjoy it. It was one of the earlier episodes I started getting into when we were talking about this and started the podcast. Number 4 for me is gonna be The Switch. Arnold Schwarzenegger directed episode.
I was thinking about putting it on my list too. It's not on my list. I have it as an honorable mention. It's actually it will be honorable mention number 6. Is with the Switch because I put down a number for it, so that would be my 6th honorable mention. But yes, I love this one too. This was great, and it's Arnold's first directorial debut. I guess he never did anything prior to this, so it was awesome.
Yeah, not that I know of.
Yeah, and then that guy nobody really did anything besides the girl who was Travolta's wife that I didn't know. You told me about that.
Yeah, Kelly Preston. She's in this episode. She plays like the we don't really know the context of their relationship, but we just know that I guess they're friendly with one another, and the rich guy Carlton is trying to get together with her, but she just doesn't like older men, or we gave that impression that she didn't like older men. So I like that little twist they gave you at the end. She was just more looking for somebody that had money.
Yeah,
all that.
He's the most famous person in the episode, really, because at the time the guy who plays what's his name, Hans, right? Hans, is that his name?
Yeah, the guy that they used to, I guess, give body parts to.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, he played Hans in that one.
Yeah. So he isn't really, I mean, he's been in a bunch of stuff, but he's not really known for anything specifically. Like, he doesn't ever have a role where you go, oh yeah, I remember him as a naked guy of something. I don't know. Like, I'm thinking Terminator, but I'm like, no, it can't be Terminator. Was he in Terminator?
According to his IMDb, yeah, he's in Terminator.
Matt.
They list him as like some guy named Matt. I don't remember. I have to rewatch it, but I have to look for him because I don't remember the role. It's like probably like small role there.
I think he's the boyfriend of her roommate.
Maybe,
I think that's who. I think that's who he is. Yeah, but yeah, he's not much into anything. I feel like I've seen him in something besides this, but I'm looking at his IMDb right now, and I can't find anything that I would know him from besides Tales from the Crypt. Nothing. See the Terminator, but I'm like, I don't remember him in the Terminator. He was like a nobody. Oh, ER. That's what I remember. He was in the first season of ER. He was another doctor. That's what it was. Yeah, so he's another doctor in the first season. he's gonna get married to the guy that George Clooney can't commit to until like season 12 or something. Mr. Smiley.
Much like George was for a while, I guess. He was one of that Bachelor for a long time.
Yeah, him and his toupee. I heard he has a toupee. Yeah, I've heard.
It's a good one because I couldn't. It's not as obvious as John Cena's.
Him and who's the other one? John Cena's is not that obvious. It's only obvious because he started wrestling again. If he didn't go wrestle, you wouldn't be able to see his big fucking giant bald spot.
We would have big screenshots of his.
I don't know what's wrong with him.
His bald head in the back of his head.
I feel so bad for that. I don't know. I mean, you saw what they did at the Oscars. Tim. By the way, people, we're recording this. It's like a week since the Oscars, so I know when you're going to hear this is really far away from the Oscars. But
yeah, if anybody listening has been keeping up with that, 'cause I didn't even know what was going on that weekend. But I did see pictures and clips going around with that. Him walking on stage, butt naked apparently,
so
with just an envelope covering his dick.
So embarrassing.
It was crazy. I don't know.
I don't understand.
He must be going through some rituals. Apparently, I'm willing to believe that.
No,
people are saying online.
It's one of. I'm sure he's going to get a great movie after this. I'm
gonna get an Oscar nominated.
No, not one. It was just a big budget blockbuster film like that would have went to The Rock. Like The Rock passed on it, he took it. That's what's gonna happen. Hold on.
Let me ask you. Do you think currently acting wise with these wrestlers? So where do you think John Cena's stock is a bit higher now these days than The Rock's, or it's kind of building up?
I think now because he did this, it's higher. I really do think that. I think he will get more roles now.
I think so too, especially with some of the flops The Rock has had lately, and I think you mentioned it too. I don't know how much of an effect it has on people at the moment, but him getting political, at least openly political, it always kind of turns people off, regardless of what side you're on.
There's a bunch of people.
I'd rather just keep it to yourself if I was a celebrity.
I have not. I watched recently Black Shazam. Shazam. I watched parts of it because I was going to do a video about The Rock and all his films, but this guy's got a million films. But no, I think John Cena is gonna be getting a boost in his career because he's funnier too.
I would say so. He's just in a lot more shit now these days.
Because I remember I used to watch his stuff prior to the Trainwreck with Amy Schumer, and when I saw Trainwreck, I was like, wow, he's great. I'm like, he's fucking fantastic. Every movie he sucks ass, and this one he's good, and it was all improv. So I'm like,
he's a comedy guy now.
Yeah, I'm like, wow. And then
with Peacemaker too.
Yeah, so he's supposedly, that's what I hear from a lot of people. Even Zack Snyder said he's great at improv. But let's go back to the Switch, which would, if they ever remade Tales from the Crypt, I think he could be the Hans version of in that, that's what I was going to say. The guy William Hickey is the only one that's famous in that episode. But Kelly Preston, I don't think was him much either. But William Hickey, the old man, he was in a bunch of stuff. He, like I said, I know him from Christmas Vacation, but he was in a bunch of stuff back in the day, and you always saw him as the old creepy guy with that weird voice. So the Switch is great. I like the Switch too. Like I said, it was going to be my number 6, or my number. It was in between. I was deciding where to put it. I'm like, shit, I do like it a lot. And I remember it was like the fun episode. Like when I was a kid, it was the first one where, compared to season 1, I think the one they thought was going to be the fun episode of that season was probably the one with the old people. When he embalms the pets, he starts killing them and embalming them. That's like the fun episode of that season. This one we get a bunch of them, and this episode is the one that I think is first off, it's the best because Corman's Calamity is not bad, but they have goofy episodes that suck ass, and this one is the strongest one. And it was directed by Arnold, which is crazy, and it broke that little barrier of like, you see Arnold. The Crypt Keeper is all of a sudden has a celebrity. Arnold's there. That's like what the fuck? And then he goes, "This is my episode." I call it.
Yeah, it was cool. It's cool to see him in the prologue or the monologue segment of Crypt Keeper. That's when he was starting to get a little bit more where he is now, or what we know him as. A little bit more lively and funnier. And Not, I don't think he ever got to that extent. I need to watch the rest of the seasons because I think I left off on 5, but it never became a joke. I would say. I guess
Oh,
that. I mean, every horror icon eventually does become a little bit like that since they
yeah,
try to milk it, try to milk the property as much as they can.
yeah. Well, he does become a joke, I think. I think Bordello of Blood, or
I had to
even
stop myself because I thought about it. Yeah, it kind of got silly because that freaking the beginning for Bordello of Blood is just him going to the red carpet,
yeah,
the premiere of this fucking
they
movie.
just
I
fucked.
was trash with
But
sarcastic Dennis Miller.
the Switch is the one where they make him. They that's when they start making him funnier, because in the first season he's creepy. He talks slower, and then season 2, once you break that barrier, it goes what, and you have Arnold there, and you're like, okay, we could do more with him. So then he becomes looser and he becomes more funny, and or he becomes funnier. And so yeah, but the Switch is great. I love it. I would really. It's a real like comic book adaptation done right, where you're taking something fun from the comics that's goofy in a sense, like cutting body parts and put. I want to read this comic too. I have not read it yet, but like putting the body parts on somebody else to make them younger so they can appeal to a girl that they like, and then the girl's like, oh, I don't want you, I want money, and you never. It's so hilarious. Like it's like he never told her he had money. She would have been on his, like according to the story how it ended up, and he would have lost everything, but. It's great. And the fact that it was like $2 million. It was like, or how much was everything? Like 8 million or something? It was like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's something like that, but not as expensive as you as you thought it would be. Well, given now with inflation, yeah, it'll probably be a lot more.
I think it was like 8
This would be a
million.
cool one. This would be a cool one to include in in a potential return. Like that would be a good one
Yeah.
to bring back because I
If
think
they
it's very
were.
relatable story. Very relatable story
Yeah, it would be
that
good
people
to.
can
I
resonate
mean,
with.
then again, though, you always like. I would like to, if let's say they were like, oh, we're gonna remake Tales from the Crypt to get the rights issues settled, and we're gonna remake it. There's so many comics, there's so many stories that they from the comics that they could go to, I mean, I didn't know. Before doing this podcast, I thought there was like one issue, one story an issue. I didn't know it was like a bunch of stories in an issue. So like seeing that The Secret was in the same issue as Only Sin Deep. And it's like, oh shit, they were both in the same issue, and then there's some more stories in there besides that. Plus they're just stories that are just stories that they adapted that weren't even comics. They were just in the book like a story. So there's so much. They could do so many more things, and they could change it like they did with this, and it'd work. But yeah, my number 4 is Fitting Punishment. So we already talked about it, so there's no reason to talk about it again. But yes, both those episodes are great. I love the Switch. That's my number 6. But what is your number 3?
I didn't think initially when I started watching that it would be as high, but I really like this one. I like rewatching this one a lot. I think number 3 for me is Three's a Crowd.
Ah,
Three's a Crowd, man.
nice.
That one I remember. Yeah, you maybe not weren't sure about it, but it was cool to
Yeah, no,
watch that again and reviewing it. It's good.
I don't know.
Every time I watch it, I am always time flies by because it's such a pretty well paced episode. It doesn't waste your time with anything, and just every scene has a purpose and builds up
I
to the climax of it, and the acting by Gavin or Healy, I
Yeah.
think his name is.
Yeah,
He's great. He was
he's
great in this episode.
He's great. He's great. Oh my god, you know what we should do even in this podcast? I was thinking like what we do for Patreon, or if we ever do a Patreon or locals, or if we do the locals, whatever the fuck, we should review movies that these guys are in that are not Tales from the Crypt, but like I know him from Death Wish 3, right? Like he's fucking great, and like he's great in this. But like I'm like, if you watch, we should just review just because he was in it, and see how talented he is and how great he is. He's the ultimate villain in Death Wish 3. He's such a badass. It's a great movie too. It's fucking great. I love Death Wish 3, and I don't even think I've ever seen Death Wish the first one. because that used to be Death Wish 3 used to be on TV all the time in New York on Channel 11, and they had it so that I thought it was filmed in New York, but it's like filmed in like a lot or so, I don't know. That's how New York. When I growing up as a kid, New York was like that. Like there was buildings that were. You walk down the street and an abandoned building crumbled into the ground, where it's just like a lot full of bricks, and there was no boarding it up. Like there was no, oh, don't go on this property. No, people could just walk through. Crackheads would go in to abandoned buildings and shoot up, or you know what I mean. So yeah. That's why when I watched that movie, it feels like New York, because New York was like that in the '80s. So yeah, I love.
That's really cool.
I like
Death Wish
Three's a
movies
Crown.
are good.
We should do that. I think we should do that. Whenever there's a good episode we like and there's an actor from Tales from the Crypt in it, we should do that. But Three's a Crown for me is my honorable mention number 9. So it's I had it on a list. It's on my top 10, I guess. But yeah, it's on my top 10. But it doesn't make the top 5. But I love it too. Three's because it like you said, goes by so quick in a way, and it's kind of like there's multiple shots, right? So there's they're in the apartment, then they're on the boat, then they're in the car, then they're in the cabin. So they do a lot, and the boat's a yacht, so they do a lot with what the little story. It's such a small, concise story about a guy jealous, thinking his wife is cheating on him, and then feeling like he's being a cuck, right? And then he's an alcoholic because he lost his job, so he's just depressed and down on himself. And then it leads to, the greatest line ever.
You got a sound effect for it. I don't know if people will hear it.
You fucking whore!
I tried to play that 3 times. For some reason it wasn't playing, and then now it just played. So yeah, that's the best line ever. Ever. I love it. I use it for everything now. I don't give a shit. I think I put it in one of my Freddy's Nightmare episode, or I should have. Fuck.
That should be the next meme people use. Like, there's the one going around lately. It comes up here and there, but the scene from the Joe Pesci episode.
Yes.
People got to start using this as a meme.
What the fuck is this shit? I didn't even know that was Tales from the Crypt. I can't wait to get to that one, because I don't even know if I remember that episode. So when I see it, I'll say, "Oh, I remember," but I haven't seen it since I was a kid. See, season 4 is the last season.
That one.
Season 4 is the last season I saw as an adult. So after season 4, I don't know. I haven't seen anything. So even I don't think that's season 4. If that episode with Richard, what's that episode with Christopher Reeves? What's Cooking? So that is season 4. Okay, so that's the last season I saw. So yeah, it is there. That's the episode, season 4, Split Personality. So I probably remember it, but I just don't, remember it now. So 5, 6, and 7 is gonna be brand new because I don't remember, since those are the ones I haven't seen since I was a child. So that's number 3, right?
Yeah, that's my number 3.
Yeah, that's a good one. My number 3 is My Brother's Keeper. I know we just saw it, but I was thinking about it and looking at the episodes, and like I said, Three's a Crowd I wanted to put on here, but honestly, I love My Brother's Keeper. I think it fits it fits the tone for Tales from the Crypt so perfectly. Like, Three's a Crowd is a great story, but it's a great story that can be told anywhere, because it's like a real story, right? Like, this happens all the time. Somebody's jealous of somebody else. My Brother's Keeper is something that, I don't know, you don't really see that many people that are born Siamese twins, right? They do a bunch of stuff that make it comedic and funny, and oh my God, there's twists and turns throughout the entire episode, right? And it's like, this is great. This is what Tales from the Crypt's all about. And I'm like, I got to put it on here, because this is like one of the... If you have to show somebody... I think if you have to show somebody Tales from the Crypt and explain to them what it is, my top 3 is perfect for showing somebody what Tales from the Crypt... Well, this one would be... Here, just watch this. You could just say, watch this episode. You understand what the show's about. And then when they see it, they go, oh, that was fucking good. That was wild, or whatever, because it's great. I love it.
That is a good one. It's in my honorable mentions. I think number 8. If we were gonna do a top 10,
yeah,
it's up there. It's really good. I know we reviewed that recently, and it was good. It was a fun one to talk about, and the chemistry between the brothers were really good. That one always stood out, and just the idea of that, I think you hit the nail on the head. That really encapsulates the feel of what Tales from the Crypt can be if it's if it's done right. It can be a little wacky. It can be fun and funny, interesting, and also take a sharp right turn into something really really serious and good, something with good gore in it as well too, or special effects as well. So that one's a really good one. Any given day I probably would have put that higher too, since we recently talked about it.
Yeah, no, I was looking, and like I said, it was a bunch of mine 6 through 10. I was like, oh, this could be put there, this could be moved around, and I was like, oh, do I like My Brother's Keeper more than Fitting Punishment? Do I like it more than Dead Right? And I was thinking, it's like, I think I do. Even though Dead Right, I think, is like the best way to open the season. That always says that's the best way to open it. As fun episodes to watch, like I said, it's My Brother's Keeper is definitely that's the one.
Awesome. My number 2, I really had a hard time with, because I'm just looking through the episode list again as we talk. Is I wish that there was room for more that I wanted to put in there for number 2. But number 2 for me is Television Terror.
Oh,
that one was a great episode there with Morton Downey Jr. Pretty much kind of playing himself, and that one was great. Talking about that one too, and really the more horror centric episode of the Tales from the Crypt you can get. I mean, you can't ask for more on that one. Just the build up to that whole climactic end, and just seeing a literal kind of haunted house, it was fucking great. I've seen that one a bunch of times.
Well, if you notice the top 5, I have. I will say that now. But the top 5 is great. My top 5. I do like that. I'll explain that later. But yes, Television Terror is awesome. Morton Downey Jr. playing Horton, right? Horton, and going into a haunted house just for ratings. And surprisingly, they didn't see. The only thing I think they would do today different, if they were going to adapt this, let's say, they'd have it that the film crew set shit up to make it scary, because they want ratings. That's what they would have it, and then he'd be yelling at them like, who the fuck is the guy? You just put it, you didn't tell me you have a guy in here, right? You set up a guy or something to scare me. And like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's no guy. That's the only thing I think they would do modern today. The way they did it, it works so well. It's so short. This is what is so good about these episodes, that they're so short and concise. This is a great fucking episode. There's not much to say. The guy's a shithead. Supposedly everyone doesn't like him because he's an asshole. He's a snob. He's not. I don't know the word to describe his personality, but he's just a fucking it's not revolting. I don't know, but there's just something about him that rubs people the wrong way. He's not arrogant. I forgot the word. It's when you're trying to be funny and you're just not obnoxious. He's just obnoxious. That's what he is. He's obnoxious.
Oh, Jimmy Fallon. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like something like he's like, what the fuck? Why him? Ugh. So and then he's the host of this, but he does it serious. So he tries to present it like real, and then shit starts to go down, and nobody wants to help him, and then he fucking dies. This is a great one. This is my favorite episode of the entire series, I think. So.
Especially how they pulled off a lot of the supernatural elements of it. That was cool to see them do. From the walls bleeding, from something a little bit not that impressive, but it's still it borders between not that impressive, but also it's not bad, and it works for the theme of the show. Just seeing the ghosts, but they just put like this white powder on them. They just look like ghosts.
They look like horrible ghosts.
It was casual, but it made it seem more grounded, because you wouldn't really see Casper trying to scare you, but you see like actual dead people that they just look pale. So it was well done.
Right.
Well done. Some of the things they did with that.
Yeah, number.
The old guy that's dead in the bathtub was good too.
Yeah, that's like a homage to The Shining, I think, where they, instead of having the woman naked, just a guy. And then he's like, his reaction when he saw this, he was great. I'm like, oh my God, he did such a good job portraying someone being scared shitless. You believed him. Like, God damn, guy's talented. Yeah, it was great. I think that episode is fucking fantastic. And I love it. It's one of my favorite episodes. I think that's the epitome of the series. If you show, like I just said about My Brother's Keeper, if you want to show somebody an episode that would be on there, you'd be like, yo, just watch this one. This is the one. Television Terror is the one you go, watch this. This is the best fucking thing. This is the epitome of Tales from the Crypt. This is the best, one of the best haunted house stories ever, and it's fucking 20-something minutes long, and it works so well. It works so well. It's so good. And then
it's a good introductory to the series for sure.
I
would
say,
recommend some episodes to get people into it. That's a good one to start with.
I will say that he I don't think he deserved to die, but you know, like sometimes in Tales of the Crypt they always deserve to die. But Horton, they really didn't make him so obnoxious. He's just obnoxious, but they didn't make him like. Besides this, what the comment he makes to the assistant, like he's sleeping with her, and if they made it seem like he was banging all of them, maybe, but they don't really. They just, I don't know. So he's just, I don't know. I don't know.
I didn't think he did either.
Yeah.
I think it's just one of those things where it was just more wrong place, wrong time, or the place. It's as simple as the place is haunted. You shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
You fucked up, man.
You fucked up. Yeah. As you see, playing games.
Kind of more of a precautionary tale, pretty much, than more than anything.
Yeah. My number 2 is the Ventriloquist Dummy, starring Don Rickles, Bobcat Goldthwait, and somebody doing the voice. Maybe it's Bobcat doing the voice of the fucking hand. I don't know. Or Don Rickles. I don't know. But it's Morty. I love this. This is another one.
That's a good one.
You want to show someone Tales from the Crypt? You watch this, they're gonna go, what the fuck? Yo, when I tried to design the shirt and I posted it on the web, they removed it. And they said we don't allow these types of because they thought it was a fetus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they thought it was like an abortion shirt or something. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, so they said, oh, okay, we're sorry. So they allowed it back up.
At least they gave them context. So it's all about context.
Yeah, so
it's true. When you watch it, it does look like a fetus. But
Yeah.
it's just more of a abnormality, like a tumor, pretty much.
And what's a good talk?
Like that. Yeah, like that one thing from Total Recall. Yeah, similar like that.
Yeah,
Except that it was on the guy's chest.
yeah. But this one is this is a really fun fucking episode. No one expected this fucking thing to be a person. Like that came out of nowhere. And you're like, what the fuck? And you're watching this on TV, and it's all bloody, and he's he's a rapist too. On top of that, he's over here killing women, and because he could never have them.
All right.
He's destroying his brother's life, and his brother has to go into basically seclusion because he can't go out with this guy. I mean, you would think at some point he would have just killed him, but it is a person, right? It is his brother. It's not like a fucking mole or a skin tag. It's an actual living thing that's your brother. I mean, basically, it's like almost like My Brother's Keeper. 3 and 2 is about like brothers, but they're both Siamese, I guess, right? You would call that a Siamese brother?
In a way, yeah, because he's just connected to him, but it's just mostly his hand.
Yeah, it's all his hand.
All his hand, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it that way. That one's a good one. I would have put it up there too. It's number 6 for me.
Yeah.
It just depends on the day. You know, if I wake up tomorrow, I might be number 4, or it goes up there.
Yeah. No.
It's just it was hard to pick. It was hard to pick a top 5.
Oh, it really was. It really was, especially organizing it too. That's why I thought Fitting Punishment would be higher. I'm like, yeah, I thought so too. But then I'm like, shit, I can't. So what is your number 1?
Well, yeah, number 1 we did talk about, but just to mention again, Dead Right was number 1 for me.
Oh, see, there you go. You see, now you understand. It's kind of hard. So that's funny because my number 1 we talked about too already. So
yeah, it's a favorite of mine. I've seen it. I think I've seen that one the most out of the series. I rewatched that episode a lot.
Yeah.
It was just so well executed, and really got me appreciating rewatching things from this time frame, from past, before 2000s. Really, there's a lot of stuff I didn't get to see. I mean, this came out in 1990. I wasn't even born yet. So spoilers.
Oh my God.
I'm 91 baby, so it was cool to see watch this for the first time, because I hadn't watched Tales from the Crypt growing up since I was.
Wow.
I was like, I wasn't born yet, and it was 5 years probably past my time, or a year past me. But I wasn't watching these things at 5 years old, so
I was 5 or 6. I was 6. I was watching this. This was great. This was fucking. This show is one of the best anthology horror series ever made. I understand there are other shows out there like Tales from the Dark Side. Tales from the Dark Side was also inspired by EC Comics. That's George Romero produced Tales from the Dark Side, and he made with Stephen King fucking Creep Show, and that was inspired by fucking EC Comics. So yes, so
well, it applies to EC Comics. Thank you, EC Comics.
Oh my God! I mean, like I said, they have so many.
Some of the comic strips have been great too.
Yes, that's true too. But I will say again, like I said, I don't. If they ever were to do another series, Tales from the Crypt, they have to get the Crypt Keeper. It has to be the same guy. I know with AI now, they probably just steal his voice or pay him, and not even just pay him one time and then use his voice forever. Which, okay, at least you're paying him, but it has to be that voice, and it has to be new stories. They can't remake it.
If it's not tied to copyright issues, definitely gotta do it.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah, that's true too.
Why you want to stray away from what the original is, unless it's for copyright issues.
Yeah,
but yeah, that'd be cool to do. I'm like we said, I'm glad it's not happening with M. Night Shyamalan, at least, because I just don't think it would be as good. I'm just glad that the series didn't go through with M. Night, because I think that guy is pretty overrated.
He's got some good ones. I did a ranking of his movies. That was one of the first ranked things I ever did, and he's got good ones. The Unbreakable, Split, and the last one, Mr. Glass. Those are 3 very good films. Those are like perfect for him. I think those are like his best films, and The Sixth Sense. Besides that, a lot of it's just shit. It's not terrible though. I mean, I've seen worse, but he does have a lot of bad movies. I mean, I think he's almost as worse than Kevin Smith in a sense. Because Kevin Smith still has like 4, 5 good movies: Mallrats, Dogma, Clerks 2, and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Those are like 5 good movies, I'm thinking. So, I think
a great ratio for them. Yeah. So it's gonna be. It's always the odds are not in our favor if they're gonna come out with a new movie.
I will say Kevin Smith also had Red State. I think that's the name of the movie, with John Goodman was in it. I think John Goodman was in it. That was a good movie, except the ending.
I never watched that one.
That's a good movie until the end. That was a very good movie till the end. If it was really what they thought instead of the bullshit they do, I think it would have been great. Spoilers. Sorry, but yes, it was really good until the end. The last fucking end was shit. I was like, that's fucking dumb. You just ruined it. Like, it was a good movie until this point, you fucking asshole. And Tusk, I did not hate. I know, I'm weird. I did not hate Tusk. He looked stupid, but I did not hate it. And I remember when he came up with that on the podcast, stupid thing. But I did not hate it. But yeah, I will tell you my entire list, because after my honorable mentions, we've had almost everything similar, except my number 5 is your number 1. But
yeah,
it's all mixed.
The order is different for both of us.
But I'm surprised you don't have that ventriloquist dummy on there. But then again, I don't have the Switch.
It was close to getting top 5. I had it on my number 6.
Yeah. So my number 6 is the Switch. My number 7 is Till Death. I love it because I think we made it funnier and more enjoyable, and I do like the makeup on it very, very much so. Till Death, favorite line is, I love the food here. It's just so spicy. It's just so ethnic. I was like, oh my God. No, the food's so spicy.
I think us talking about it and watching it and laughing about it, I think it's what
because that guy
made
sucks.
us enjoy the episode a lot more. I didn't initially like it that much, and then rewatching it, I kind of saw some
good stuff.
Yeah, some glimmers. So I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good.
I love how she acts so horny too. Like, it's over the top, but it's supposed to be over the top, but it's funny because she's like, I forgot his name, but she's screaming his name. I need you, because he fucking drugged her so much. Logan.
I think his name was Logan. Yeah.
Oh my God. She drugged him. He drugged her so much that she becomes a horny fucking psychopath, and she just can't have him. Like, she can't have enough of him. Logan, I need you, Logan. Logan.
That's the part where it got more into that realm of this is how Tales from the Crypt can be like can be a little bit fun.
Margaret.
She seemed to really embrace it a lot more, have fun with it.
Yes.
When she had the
Sex
the
with
makeup
him.
on, than
No,
when she
and
was.
she has, I think after she has sex with him. Mhm.
British chick.
That was it. So yes, number 7 is mine is Till Death. Number 8 is.
Sucks we didn't see her topless though.
We kind of do. Number 8 for me is For Crying Out Loud. That's a fun one too. That's one where if you watch it, you go, "What the fuck?" Because it's perfect too. And I want to read that comic too to see how much. I think we probably saw clips or something, or we read a synopsis.
For
of
Crying
what it
Out
was.
Loud, that's my number 7.
You see, that's my number 8. It's a good one. I like that, and I love that. I like it. I really do like it. It's fun. It's unique because it's about one character that's causing all this fucking drama, and all these things are happening because of the voice in his head. Like, so he's causing all this himself. The suspicion, he could have got away with it if he just didn't have it. By the way, what's hilarious about that is that there's a study that came out recently that there are people born in this world without a conscience, I guess, or an inner monologue, a voice. So when they say that there's no inner monologue in these people, I think, well, you mean there's no conscience. There's no one talking to you when you think. And then there's all these things. All the people think differently and they think abstractly and all these. And I'm like, wait, but I think all these ways almost. Like if somebody says, close your eyes and think of an apple. I see it. I picture it, right? And I could hear myself saying, talking and describing it. I could describe it to myself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. If I do something, I'll think about like, why the fuck am I doing this? Or, you shouldn't do this. Or like an inner monologue. And there are people born that don't have this. So it's funny that this episode.
I think we all go through that. That makes sense.
Well, no, that's the thing. What I'm telling you.
I guess that different ways to think, or like you're saying about the conscience.
But that's what they're saying. People don't hear themselves thinking. Like there's people that don't have that. They did a study.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, they said that I forgot. I think Tim Pool said they're NPCs. They're real. Non-player characters are real because they just do things to do things, and they don't even think about it, or there's nothing programmed. Like there's nothing not programmed. There's nothing telling them. I don't know. I can't even explain. But I'm like, wow. This episode makes sense then for him to go his whole life, and then all of a sudden he starts hearing this voice in his fucking head telling him what he's doing is wrong. I'm like, holy shit. Imagine that for real now? Because now what if one of these people that doesn't have a conscience or doesn't have an inner monologue, all of a sudden they start hearing themselves. They go, they hear a voice in my head. What if that's the problem with schizophrenic people? What if they didn't have it, and then all of a sudden it starts talking to them? They go this, and then, but the thing that my inner monologue is just going rambling on different things because it never came out, and it's thinking, well, you know what I mean? That's weird. That's a weird idea too. That's weird. Schizophrenia. Oh, he's not really schizophrenic. It's the reason why he's schizophrenic is because when he was 30 years old, he started his inner monologue came out for the first time, and it started talking about things that happened to him when he was a kid. And he's hearing all these random ideas and thoughts in his head about zombies or spaceships and all these things. But schizophrenia is much different than that. I know. They see things too and whatever. They think people are out to get them. I got you. But yeah, For Crying Out Loud is great. Number 9, Three's a Crowd. And number 10 for me is The Secret. That's my favorite episode though. Out of the entire series, I love The Secret. Even after watching it recently and thinking, oh, it's kind of corny some parts. It's one of my favorite. I still, till today, I say that one and Television Terror probably tied, but Television Terror is a better episode altogether. But like, I guess The Secret for me is because I was a kid and I loved it as a kid. That's why I'm holding on to that nostalgia fact. But yeah, so that's my top 10. We did top 5. That's my top 10. But yeah.
Yeah, I'll go from 1 again just so you guys can recap that. I had Dead Right as 1, Television Terror number 2, Three's a Crowd 3. Hey, ironically, number 3. The Switch for number 4, and Fitting Punishment for number 5, and I had Ventriloquist Dummy as 6, Crying Out Loud 7, and The Secret at 8. Actually, I think the day we talked about it would have been top 5 that day. But I'm gonna try to look at it more on the favorites, and then also be a little, I guess, subjective about it. The other episodes had a little bit more more meat to the bone on to the story, but I think the secret still will. What it did was well done for what it is. And number 9, My Brother's Keeper, and then 10, Corman's Calamity. So it's just really depends on the day, but that's my top 10 right there.
Yeah, that's interesting because I would like for me and for you not to have Cutting Cards, which is like considered one of the highest rated episodes of the season by a lot of people, and we both don't even have it on there. And I do like it, and I remember when it came out, I liked it much more when I was a kid than I do now for this entire season. But it's not a bad episode, and it doesn't even make my top 10 because I like all these other ones much more.
It's not bad. I turned around on that one too. I think rewatching it again and talking about it with you made me appreciate it a lot more. It's just one that I guess just I don't think about too often, but I'm not against watching it. I'd rather watch that than. Well, I don't know if you wanted to get into it real quick, or if we have time, or if we're going over on this. But yeah, it would be cool to. I'd rather watch that instead of the worst ones from the season, like The Thing from the Grave or
I don't want to talk about
Four-Sided Triangle, Judy. I'd rather watch the Cutting Cards.
Yes, actually, Four-Sided Triangle I would see before, not before Cutting Cards, but I'd see that before the Thing from the Grave. The Sacrifice, I think I rated higher at the time because the girl was from NYPD Blue. But I still, and it was ridiculous too. I don't think we rated it that high because we didn't go back to. That's another thing. We ranked these as our top whatever. I didn't go back to listen to our ratings, so I don't know if this actually would fit our top 5 ratings. You know what I mean? But these are just the 5
I
that
was
I like.
initially high on it when I first saw it, and after watching it and talking about it with you, I think it kind of gone down a little bit for me because of just how absurd the plot was to imagine
The Sacrifice. Yes,
the Sacrifice where the idea of it is that the guy that was having an affair with the rich dude he killed off the balcony and was getting blackmailed by Michael Ironside. It's hard to believe that he withstood 3 months of apparently her getting railed by him every night, and then apparently with street other prostitutes, I guess.
Yeah, having sex with bums. Why would you kill the guy? I mean, what is this? Why would you?
Yeah, like why didn't they? Yeah, they couldn't even think of that.
There was so many stupid ideas.
Blackmailing them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it was too convoluted, and it's just. Yeah. That's not something that would happen. Maybe like one in a billion. Maybe even not even that.
No, yeah. But The Thing from the Grave is the worst. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. I think that's even worse than The Sacrifice.
It hurts me more because that's
Terry Hatcher.
Had a good cast, and hot-ass Terry Hatcher and Miguel Ferrara. I mean, he was great.
Like, we talked about it so much, so it's like, ugh. No, but I'd rather see Four-Sided Triangle. I would see Four-Sided Triangle over any of the other ones. And I don't like Rosanna Arquette at all anymore. I used to. She's just a fucking terrible person. So, but like in this, she's sexy. She was sexy growing up. Even in True Romance, I think she does have a gap in between her teeth. At least in True Romance, she does, I think. Like, what is that? Everything. Who directed True Romance? Was that? No, that wasn't who I think it is.
That's
Tarantino
Tony
wrote
Scott,
it.
I think, right?
Tony Scott. Okay, so Tony Scott did that one, and then the other Tarantino movie that wasn't directed by Tarantino was Natural Born Killers with another gap-toothed woman, Juliette Lewis. So it's like they saw Quinn and they thought gap teeth. I don't know. Did Quinn have gap teeth? So every time they cast the actress,
it turns out it was not a foot fetish. She's into those gap teeth fetish.
But then I don't know if Rosanna Arquette has. Let me look this up. It's Grok. Oh no, Grok. I was good. I can't speak to Grok. I was good. Google.
It's there. Or maybe I'm trying to remember. Maybe it's not that great teeth compared. I don't think she has a gap though.
Yeah, wait. I think she might have a gap, but images.
I'm thinking of the other Arquette.
I think I'm naming the wrong one. It's Patricia. I'm saying Rosanna. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you mixed them up. Patricia.
She does not have a gap, but you just picture her with a gap.
I wouldn't say wasn't attractive.
Oh, she was very pretty.
But I never been. She was not my cup of tea, personally.
I think the problem I don't think it's that she has a gap in her teeth. I think she had her real teeth. which is very strange for Hollywood. You know what I mean? So like,
True.
who else had their real teeth? Like recently I watched There's Something About Mary, and Ben Stiller has his real teeth in that movie. Later on, we won't have his real teeth, but then you're like, oh shit, he's got his father's teeth. You know, his father's George Costanza's dad. You're like, holy fuck, Ben Stiller's got his dad's teeth. So he got that fixed right after that movie. But yeah, Patricia Arquette had her real teeth when she was younger, like in Nightmare on Elm Street, and I think probably in this episode, Four-Sided Triangle. So I think that's why we think gap, but it's just regular teeth. Gotcha. But she is sexy in that episode. I mean, that director, Tom Holland, he did a fantastic job making her very sexy, very sexy.
He made sure those tank tops were available.
She was
a white one.
Yeah, it's that she doesn't have straight teeth. That's what it is.
Okay. Well,
I don't know if she got him done or she
goes
just
beyond that for me, but I never found her that attractive.
Oh no, she was hot. She was hot in this episode. She was hot. That's the only reason why I got through this. Besides the acting is good. That all three of them are great actors. I mean, but the story's stupid. But they are all three good actors. Even that woman.
You ain't got no man, Mary Jo.
Yeah, you ain't got no man, Mary Jo. What are you talking about? But yeah, no, I'd rather watch Four-Sided Triangle because she's sexy in it. She really is, and I don't like her, but Tom Holland did a fantastic job showing her I mean, she had to know. I mean, this had to be part of the deal. I mean, you know, I don't know.
It's in the script, pretty much.
Probably.
I'm sure she knew.
And there wasn't in the original comic. This guy goes, am I retarded? Because in the comic, the girl's retarded. And he goes, well, you can act like that if you want to. Because we need to make it.
We're just going to chalk it up to being more naive or young.
Well, we just want to make it that you're really sexy and attractive to this guy. We don't want to make him a fucking creep that's trying to fucking hit on a fucking retard. You know, so.
Yeah.
So we'll do it this way.
That wouldn't have played well.
Yeah. Well, maybe it would have in the 90s. Maybe it would have been
maybe
fine.
It would have been my number one, actually.
Yeah.
I was trying to be funny.
She's sexy.
Everybody's gonna take it seriously. You can't be funny anymore. I forgot.
I know. You can't do it.
2024. We've come so far technology-wise, but we're still back in the 90s. Or I feel like people are more strict than in the 90s.
It's like the 50s.
You thought that they were. You thought they were more strict back then.
We're like in the 50s. That's where we are when it comes to jokes and shit. I think Sarah Silverman apologized recently for being funny when she was younger. So I'm like, oh well, that's
she's great. in that kind of ballpark now these days, I guess, where she's in, I guess, I don't know, grandfathered in Hollywood, I guess.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, fuck her. All right, so that is it for our top 5 episodes of Tales from the Crypt. That's it for us here at Creeps of the Crypt. I hope it was fun and enjoying, and you like listening to us. I know there are people that don't. They constantly. I think I got to change the thumbnails, but I'm just purposely going to keep them that way. Just piss people
just
off.
Leave them that way.
Yeah, but yeah, if you.
Sorry, guys, this isn't a video with all the episodes of Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, sorry.
You may say top 5, but that doesn't mean you're gonna see the top 5 episodes.
I know. What the fuck, man? I clicked because I wanted to see the top 5, and you give me this shit thumbs down. But anyway, so that's it. If you like this podcast, think about subscribing to it, however you have to do it on Apple or on Spotify. On Spotify, you can follow us. We're also on YouTube, Creeps of the Crypt. Mm-hmm. Just type it in there. You can also check out our merch at ghostcrusadersmerch.com. We have some cool shirts up there from the podcast for the episodes, kind of inspired by the episodes. You can follow us on X at Creeps of Crypt or on X at Ghost Crusaders TV, because that's the YouTube channel where the podcast is uploaded to. And you can follow Alan over at X at Splinter47. And yeah, that's it for season 2. The next time we talk to you guys, we'll be talking about episode 1 of season 3, starring Andrew McCarthy. I forgot.
I'll look forward to that one. Yeah, I mean, drop us in the comments what your top 5 is. I'm curious to see what other people have the episodes ranked as. Truly, I mean, I do read the comments from time to time.
Yeah, on YouTube.
John
Or-
tells me.
Yeah, on YouTube or Rumble, go in the comments section and comment if you want. Tell us what your top fives are. I normally don't say that
Tell us
because
we suck. It's okay.
people listen to it on the podcast. But if you want, yeah, go on YouTube, look us up over there. You can comment and tell us what your top 5 episodes are. Since this is a special episode, yeah. Anyway, that's it for us now. Like I said, we will talk to you guys next time.
Peace. Take care, guys.